All right, welcome back. Finally, some movement in Bitcoin. So I feel like I can do a video. We had some fireworks this past weekend. We finally got above the daily 200 simple moving average and then rejected. Pretty much a savage dump down, but people started calling for the bull trap. And are we going back to 6K? Started to look like a bit of a bear flag here. We got a dump and then buyback. All right. So this is a pretty bullish engulfing candle so far. So I wanted to go through the cryptocurrency market. We have $650 million on the volume. This is nice because earlier today, yesterday, it was down to like 400 million, which is super low because on Saturday, the volume was actually higher at 800 million, and usually you see lower volume on the weekends opposed to the weekdays. But we were seeing low volume on the weekday. MLK Day was yesterday, was a holiday, so maybe we'll see everything pick up starting today and moving forward to the rest of the week. Crypto fear and greed index at a 49, still pretty neutral. We do have the halving coming in 111 days. So guys, keep this on your radar. This is May 12th is the estimated date for the halving. On our tensor charts, I just wanted to show this real quick because I was monitoring this when we were going through our symmetrical triangle, a bit of a range here. You had a lot of sell bids on Binance at 8,800, and we had a little sell-off and then bounce back, and it appears those bids are now gone and we have nothing really till 9,200. Obviously this could change, but that is interesting to see that everyone has removed their sell bids at this level. Good news for the bulls. All right, let's keep it going. We're going to start off on the lower time frames. Usually I start on the weekly and move my way down, but today we're going to start on the lower time frames and move our way up. So just looking at the 4 hour, we were looking at a potential bear flag coming down. You had a symmetrical triangle playing out, and we did break the symmetrical triangle down. It looked like it was going to get pretty nasty and bought back up immediately. I mean, if you look even closer, you can see this on the 1 hour. It was just immediately bought back up, and now we're breaking the symmetrical triangle to the upside. We may get a retest back here. See the difference with this, if we retest this and bounce, and this is we came down, and yeah, had we on the next candle came back up to test this, that would have been normal, but we just blew right past it. Not only did we blow right past this this trend line here, we also broke past where we started from and above, and now breaking above. So yeah, looks like a false breakout and looks pretty bullish. I have this line here at 86.87 drawn. We'll show you that on the daily, but that's the top of the Ichimoku cloud on the daily, and I would love to see us hold above that, which would also be holding above the symmetrical triangle, so that would be good for a move back up. So let's get back to our 4 hour, take out the indicators. Take a look at our moving averages. So we had a range between the yellow 21 EMA and the orange 50 EMA, and whichever side broke first, I was looking for a move. We did break down, but it was a false breakout, and now we're back above the yellow 21 EMA. You have support at 86.83, pretty much lining up with that 86.87 on the daily Ichimoku cloud that I was talking about. So on the 4 hour, if we can maintain above this, that would be nice for some continuation up, hopefully for the bulls. All right, Ichimoku cloud. You also broke beneath the pink baseline here, back above. You have your resistance at 88.24. I think, there's probably other indicators lining up with 8,800, probably why you saw a lot of buys, sells in that region. So we do need to get above that. But you do have you have a bullish green Ichimoku cloud here. This could provide some support moving up. And we'll take a look at the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, we were in the bearish zone. It was starting to look bearish, especially if we just continue down this way. But we are back above the middle BB. We'll have to see where we close by end of today, on the end of this 4-hour candle, we need to stay above 87.14 based on Bollinger Bands. Let's take a look at our Stokes. Stokes are looking crossing back up, so this is good. If you're trying to make a bullish argument here, your Stokes are crossed back up. And I saw this trend line on the RSI. We'll take a look at that real quick. So you can see you had higher lows, and we didn't quite come all the way down to touch this trend line, but you still maintaining a higher low trajectory. So looks good on the 4-hour RSI as far as that goes. Okay, so let's move out to the 12-hour. On the 12-hour, your Stokes are still coming down, but you know, I believe if price continues bullish on its way up, this Stoke will curl back this way. So it is a bit of a lagging indicator, so just keep that in mind. You did have some bearish divergence on the 12-hour, see higher highs and then lower highs on the RSI, but you know, that doesn't mean everything. That's just one thing we're looking at. And on the Bollinger Bands, we are maintaining above the middle Bollinger Band. Right before we bounced back up and was looking like a dump, we were trading underneath this, and we will get this close in about 2 hours and 20 minutes by end of day. So had we closed beneath this, and this middle Bollinger Band's coming in at 86.13, had we closed beneath this, this was starting to look ugly. You know, testing back down to 8200 region would have been my target had we continued our descent. And if we get rejected here, you know, Bitcoin loves to go down, then up, then back down, just destroying everyone, both longs and shorts. You never know. So we'll see how we close this candle, but you do want to maintain above this middle BB here, okay? Ichimoku clouds, let's take a look. Maintaining the blue conversion line, looking good. It's pretty similar to your middle Bollinger Band. Otherwise, yes, your next target would be this pink conversion. Now, this one's all the way down at the pink baseline all the way down at 8,020, but still maintaining support, so that's good on the 12-hour. Let's move over to our EMA. So we are, you know, also forming a range between the 10 simple, the blue 10 simple, and the yellow 21 EMA on the 12-hour. The 10 simple resistance is at 87.50, so if we are continuing bullish, maybe a close above 87.50 by end of day could give us a nice continuation higher. And you have support down here at 85.38. It got bought up here, and looked like it was going to be a breakdown, but then bought back up. So that's nice. Looking like, you know, Bitcoin's maintaining support for the time being. Moving on up to the daily. On the daily, the 10 simple still holding support. Couldn't, you know, drop below and back above, and then tried again and close back above and maintaining support here. It's coming in at 86.46 on the daily. And the big bad boy 200 simple, this pink 200 simple, is coming in at 9,015. We were able to get above it, but we did not close the daily above it and rejected. So ideally, if you wanted to really be bullish, you wanted to close above this. You do have your 21 EMA coming up above the 200 EMA. That's a nice bullish cross whenever you see your moving averages crossing above the major moving averages like this, you know, one step at a time, right? So this is looking good. If we did have a sell-off or just a bit more to this correction, say we close beneath the 10 simple, by end of day, say we got rejected and we're back below 86.45 by end of day, I'm looking for us to test this region. This is 82.57 where the yellow 21 EMA and the 200 EMA is coming in at 81.94. So anywhere in this region would make sense for the next stop if we do continue a little bit further. But guys, you know, things are still looking bullish. No major sell-off. So this is looking decent for now. So we'll have to see how these levels hold right here. Okay. What else? Bollinger Bands, let's take a look. Bollinger Bands are just floating through sideways, and you do have your middle BB coming up around 81.72. So again, this region would make sense for a pullback if we continued any much further down. Ichimoku Cloud. All right, so yesterday's candle did close beneath the cloud, which was starting to make me feel a little unsure of myself as far as a long position. So I was anticipating a potential another drop, and we did get it, but it was a false drop, so that was good to see. And we are back above 86.87, where I had that horizontal drawn out on the 4-hour. This is where that came from. We are above it, currently trading at 87.23. The bottom of the top of the cloud is at 86.87, looking to hold that as support and potentially continue higher. This would look good, but break above it and then test it as support and then continue our merry way. All right. Anything else? We could take a look at the Stokes. So the Stokes are crossed down, and we are high on the RSI, but this hasn't been the best indicator on this rally. So I'm going to keep it in the back of my mind. It does make me consider pullback options because we have the cross down, especially if you continue looking at the 2-hour. The 2-day also has a cross, but it's not a dramatic cross right now on the 2-day. It's nothing too violent, so this could curl its way back up, especially if price continues back up. And on the 3-day hinting at a cross but hasn't crossed yet. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly. The weekly Stokes are still moving up, and putting in. We had a little bit of a pullback, but currently this is green. So, we could continue higher. Maybe that was the test down. We'll have to see. Let's take a look at our indicators, though. The Bollinger Band, so we broke above it, and it looks like we tested the middle BB as support right now. It is middle BB is all the way at 82.92, so we could go a little bit further to test it. But right now, maybe this was the breakout retest, and the top of the band will be at 10,171. So that would be, if we just launched this week, that would be possible target, and that would get us above this hump here. Everyone's looking to break above this top right here to really feel better about calling a macro bull market. Most people, not most people, but a lot of people are hesitant to say macro bullish until we get above this top here. Otherwise, yes, we did break out of our channel. That's pretty clear at this point to everyone. What else? Ichimoku Clouds. So Ichimoku Cloud, something also that was making me slightly nervous was the blue conversion line has crossed beneath the pink baseline. Right now, currently, the blue conversion line 84.83, the baseline's at 85.01, just beneath it. If we can if the price rises higher, I believe this conversion line will will correct. Right now it's pointed down, but if we can go higher, this guy isn't confirmed yet. By end of week, this could change and move its way up and be more of a horizontal support, and that would look a little nicer. But right now, if we close here or fall a little further, you will have a Kumo cross, and these Kumo crosses are kind of a reversal type indicator for us. So that does make me slightly nervous, but the week's not over, and we could see what happens with that. Currently using the bottom of the cloud on the weekly as support, so that's nice. We want to see if we can test the top of this cloud coming in at 10,271, kind of similar to our Bollinger Band in this area. Also would give us the first time a higher high possibly on the weekly. Okay, moving through. And the yellow 21 EMA weekly, we've been talking about this for a long time. If we can maintain above the 21 EMA on the weekly, we can confidently say that we're in a bull market. And right now, it just like the Bollinger Band is pretty close. You know, the middle BB is going to be the 20 simple moving average, and this is 21 EMA. They're going to be pretty close. So again, you can see we kind of tested down, and maybe we'll use that to bounce off and move forward. So that's what we're looking at right now. You know, I'll show the Heikin Ashi and wrap it up, but this bullish engulfing candle is pretty nice if we can maintain above 86.87, 86.81 on the 4-hour 21 EMA. I'm looking for another test back up to our daily 200 simple. I think we'll give it another shot. Let's see if we can break it this time, or, you know, is it going to be a double top? We'll have to see what happens when we get there, but we do want to see us close the daily candle above. I don't know if we'll get that by end of today, but maybe this week. So we'll watch out for that. And let's just wrap it up by looking at our Heikin Ashi. Very good for looking at trends. So we'll go over to the Heikin Ashi. The Heikin Ashi was starting to look possibly bearish, but right now you're putting in wicks on both sides, which, you know, can be a reversal candle, but on the 4-hour you're going to see a lot more of those. So, you know, I wouldn't put too much weight on that, but let's move on up to the 12-hour. 12-hour, okay, so you also have the wicks on both sides, and as we stand current price, this is green. So if this can maintain green and then get another green, you could see, you know, another rally of green Heikin Ashi candles. So that's what we'll be watching for on the daily. The daily is red. So, you know, when we were in that symmetrical triangle, I was looking at, you know, these bearish Heikin Ashi candles, and, you know, it looked a bit like a bear flag, so I was prepared for that. But we got a nice bounce, so we'll see how this shapes up by end of today and tomorrow. Let's go ahead and look at the 2-day. See, also, we had a bearish Heikin Ashi on the 2-day. So again, you know, I was starting to consider the possibility that, you know, this was just another lower high. You had a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And as we stand here on the weekly, the 2-day, the daily, this is still a lower high. So you have to keep that in mind. And if this was just one big bull trap, and you have to keep, you know, the possibility of coming back down to low 7,000s. It's just a possibility. It doesn't have to happen. But when you start to see, you know, this, you know, on a 2-day, it can be worrisome. But, you know, things can change. And, you know, on the 3-day, we're still moving in a bullish posture. So that looks good. And on the weekly, you also have your green candles. Okay, so we could just, you know, continue. So if that was our pullback, maybe we'll just keep going and we'll finally get our higher high. On the monthly, we have, you know, what, like 9-10 days left on the monthly. The monthly is putting in a potential reversal Heikin Ashi. You have your green wicks on both sides. So could we get our reversal and get something like that? Or maybe it's just a short term. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5 months in a row bullish Heikin Ashi candles. So maybe we'll get, you know, a 4 or 5 month run and then another correction. So we'll have to see. But that's all for you guys. Remember to like, comment, share. This is not financial advice. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.